You got a formal complaint this week, didn't you? Just to cheer you up.
The funniest stuff I get is when people are whinging and whining about something, especially when they're sending me an email at 3 a.m. So backwards and like ill-considered that this person cannot have been to school, right? I do not believe they had a formal education. Right? It's miraculous to me that they can even like construct sentences, which, by the way, the grammar's like heinous. It's like the grammar of a 3-year-old. So yeah, sod off, stop watching, couldn't care less, go away. I'm Adam.
I'm Josh.
And welcome back to the Breaking Beer podcast, where everything is going precisely to plan. We haven't been demonetized, we're not being censored, we're not on like some kind of YouTube shadow ban blacklist or anything. I swear to God, everything's fine. How are you doing this week, mate?
I'm good, apart from everything you just said is actually true.
Yeah, it's true.
I believe that we're being shadow banned.
Those guys, man, like, oh shit.
Oh, what?
Brother.
Can you
have to beat that one.
Sorry, man. Can you
George literally gave us the rules before. He went, you can't say this word, this word, this word, or this word.
And he actually specifically said, do not swear. If you're gonna swear, please don't do it in 30 seconds.
Use that word.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Can you? Is that recoverable, George?
I will bleep it.
Yeah,
but no more, please.
Yeah, okay, I got it. You remember like pirate radio back in like the 90s, 2000s, like where it was like illegal technically, which is why they called it pirate radio. But I feel like that's what we are now. So like some kind of cool factor that goes with it.
You know what was nice was obviously those that are listening. We are now recording a week after the end of the era podcast, which we still don't know how well it's going to perform because it was demonetized for many days, so we couldn't release it.
I had a quick word with YouTube. I said, just ban that one. just block that one so nobody sees it.
And then as we speak, we released it like an hour ago.
Well, we managed to get it monetized first.
Yeah, and YouTube have like... Stop saying, just say it again.
Sorry, that's no.
And now YouTube have something's gone wrong in YouTube, and it's not showing it to people. Like you can't see it on our page, so I don't know what's going on.
Crying shame.
The point is, in all that, a lot of people did choose to go join Patreon because of it, because they wanted their weekly fix of this nonsense. So
getting the violin out, like please give us money.
Appreciate it, and very much appreciate it.
Like a beggar, a busker, like podcasting busker.
We've been doing it for 2 years, and that £300 a month on YouTube, and they're trying to take it away from us.
Yeah.
But how are you, mate? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm dressed like a cappuccino yeti today, because I expect it to be cold, but are you personally subsidising the heating because it's actually all right in here?
Well, it's because I thought we were going to record earlier, so I put the heating on. Went to get a haircut, forgot to turn it off, and now it's red hot in it.
Sharp as you went for a sick skin fade.
Do you think people...
go faster stripes.
It's not a skin fade.
Oh, isn't it?
It's a number one.
Oh, it's the one.
Do you think people will notice? We're not following the rules here, but do you think people will notice when we go back onto your channel in Germany next week and I've got a haircut and got more tattoos on my arm as the order of the videos?
I don't think it really matters.
No,
honestly,
continuity doesn't matter.
I mean, people still think that the video that I uploaded was shot like 2 hours earlier. So like, I don't think it really, in terms of continuity, I don't think it matters a great deal.
George, you know what we should do now, mate? Come on.
It's time for a YouTube comment from you.
Jazz hands.
Okay, so first comment from Big Fan 8830. If you're SHIT in your pants, it just means that you're just going hard, man. You're just in there. You're in the trenches and you're saying, I'm not going to let this defeat me. I'll take the SHITE knickers.
That was just
by William Shakespeare.
Oh, right, yeah, he just quoted what I said.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I thought he was just repeating it and you thought it was like a comment. Yeah, well, I mean, that's true. It's a badge of honour, isn't it?
It's poetic.
In some way, like in this ludicrous profession, the fact that that happened, I went deep.
Over the years, as we've got closer and closer, when we first started doing the podcast, you're like, oh yeah, it happens from time to time. We're like, haha, of course it does. And then now having spent more and more time with you, and you've done it so much around me, I'm like, this is actually not that funny anymore. Like, it's really funny for you guys listening. Not that funny when you're in his company.
What have you made this with, man? It's like it's hotter than the sun.
This is Adam, right? I made him. He's like, "Can you make me a coffee, please?" But put it back into my Starbucks cup. Why do you like drinking out of paper cups?
I don't know. I've got OCD. I mean, it's like the same reason I like when I'm at home. I eat with plastic cutlery.
Do you really?
That's a revelation. Like I'm the 2-year-old or something. Yeah. I don't like the taste of metal in my mouth. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Mate, have you not realised by this point that something is going very badly wrong with me, like psychologically at this point? So, like,
Don't say that. People will be like,
I'm all right. Don't message me saying you want to buy me a drink for Christ's sake. I appreciate it, but like,
drinks got him into this problem. He did it Germany. Anyway, back on the drinking next week. Next question. Next question.
Next
boss.
comment. Alex Sheldon says, and cue the lineup of single, in brackets, and some married women throwing themselves at Beard and his millions. We've had enough wetness with rain. Now there will be a shortage of tenor lady. This flooding just got worse by this news. And then James Broadbent commented underneath, all the best, Beard. Your DMs will be moist. Kiss.
God, that was vivid. Well, actually, I've had a grand total of two.
Still two.
Yeah, was it two last
two
week?
last
So
week.
it's still two, yeah, with which I reacted to with quite characteristic autism, I think I just say. I was like, what do I do? But yeah, no, I just mean there's no need to. I'm not what you would call an eligible bachelor. Ineligible bachelor, maybe. I might put that in my bio now. You know, instead of like 17th ranked
Yeah,
in the world,
you'd be like an actual,
ineligible bachelor.
actual man-child. Poos himself occasionally. Always throws tantrums.
Yep.
Moody when hungry. This is like, you are a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not disputing it. We've known this for a long time, haven't we?
So is that them all, yeah?
That's it for the YouTube comments.
In the spirit of the downfall of the Breaking Beard podcast and YouTube algorithms and social media, I've officially ruined my social media algorithm, which you definitely can't show. I sent an Instagram link into the chat the other day because obviously we got demonetized. Obviously on Twitter, Instagram, people getting killed, AK-47s, thrown off bridges. Can I say all that? Is that...
Yeah, but you'll need to do the declaration saying discussing weaponry. But it'll be the first line. It's all right. The first line, which means it's still ad safe.
Okay. Anyway, you see all that bad stuff on Instagram. A lady, have you seen the video?
No, that's why I was...
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong chat.
Right, find the link first.
That was the sweary chat where my sister was getting mad at us for talking about her dating life. I got feeling like I delete. Oh no, I've not deleted the chat. Is it? It's not the Andrew Tate thing, no?
No, we'll go a bit further.
It's somebody cooking.
No, one more.
A woman with odd hair.
No, one more. I've got a lot of stuff in the
A
chat.
guy throwing what look like mangoes around.
No.
How many have you sent?
Is it in the production chat?
I don't know.
Something to do with baseball?
No, it's not in the production chat. It's in the our chat with Tori Mike.
Oh, well, what? It wasn't the whole purpose of this other chat.
Yeah, no, but this one, because I didn't anticipate us talking about it on the podcast, but I feel like
it's going to make me feel ill if I watch it. So I'm already like feeling a bit
might
rough
make you
today.
feel aroused.
Might perk you up.
What's Ben Pearson pointing at himself?
No, keep going. Rate my takeaway.
Oh, the breastfeeding one.
Click on it. Click on it.
I don't want to. Actually, maybe I want to see a bit.
Right, this is the mental. So I found this. It's all that bad stuff happens. We get demonetized. I'm scrolling through Instagram, and then this one lady pops up on my screen.
Whoa! They're just like straight out there.
With her boobies out,
Boobies.
pretending to breastfeed. So this seems to be like a new hack for those OnlyFans ladies, where they're
not even a real baby.
Yeah, they're pretending to give breastfeeding advice for not even a real baby. It's a toy baby, just so that they can legally get the boobs out on Instagram. Yeah. We got our picture pulled of his bum out when we were having a schoolboy wee.
That's bull shit, man. So like, I'm there like putting a little, trying to make these guys laugh. You know, putting slogan, carrying all the camera gear around. I'm like, we'll go into this toilet which costs 50 euro cents in which to defecate or pee, and like they're behind me, so I'll take my pants down around my ankles, and it'll make them laugh. It gives them a cheap laugh. He takes a picture, and that's just a butt.
Yep.
That's two buttocks, right? And that gets pulled down because
Not only that,
You see that in movies and TV and stuff all the
so
time.
his bum cheeks, can't have that on. Then I take the same picture, I put the peach emoji over his bum cheeks, re-upload it.
Can't have that.
No bueno. Not today.
But you can show somebody with full frontal boobies.
Yep.
And the kid ain't even sucking, man. The kid's like, nah,
It's not
I'm
even a
good.
real kid. It's a toy.
It's a toy kid.
It's not even like a real baby.
It's like a model baby.
Yeah.
That was quite a realistic. I mean, I don't even know what babies look like, man. I was just trying. Said something funny story.
What he was looking at.
So I was in the. So you know I've moved house, right? So I'm making myself familiar with my new surroundings, my new shop. You know, to get groceries out and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, I'm there the other day and I see somebody that I used to know a while back, right? So I shout, I'm like, Bobby! And he's looking around like this. And I was like, how's it going, man? So I go over to say hello, and he's got this small human with him. So I was like, You're right, mate. Who the f*** are you? Beep that, George.
God's
I
sake.
was in that type of mood, right? And he just kind of looks at me like, this is my child. I was like, oh, you had a kid. Nice to meet your kid. And the kid's like 2 or whatever. And yeah, I thought like, I probably shouldn't have said that, but that's not.
Oh, you actually said that to them? You said
that's
F-bomb?
yeah, who the F is this, man? Like, I don't, you've procreated? Couldn't you have told me?
If you don't say that to kids.
Yeah, but 2-year-olds not going to pick it up, are they? I think
Absolutely going to take it.
Yeah.
I've got a video actually. Let me show you this. This was last night before bed. I won't overlay it, but I'll play the audio. So I said to Tilly, I'm like, Tilly, you need to go to bed because, frankly, Mummy and Daddy are knackered. She were like,
Frankie, it's red panty night. It's red panty night, Tilly.
I'll turn it up. It's on the it's on the Bluetooth thing.
Very nice word. Daddy.
Ready?
Yo.
Mummy and Daddy
Not a very
knackered,
nice
alright?
word.
Yeah, but she kept going. So
Daddy.
this is like a 1-minute video. She just kept going. I'm like, so she's gonna go to the shower.
Oh, I thought it was on like repeat. It's
No, she just kept screaming it.
still better than WAP.
Look. Tilly, do you want this book before bed? And then she puts her pants on her head and starts jumping round.
Listen to me. Do you want this book
Look.
before bed?
This is parenting. This is my fathering fail of the week.
You didn't stipulate where.
Yeah, so put your pants on, so she put them on her head.
Steady on.
This is immediately before bedtime.
Oh yeah, that card. This is this is why the end of an era video went up. You know. Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
You don't fancy that in your life anytime
I've
soon?
just been like a little bit of chloroform. Oh, sleepy time. There you go.
This one's in the bin. This is a Patreon. Welcome to a Patreon on the podcast.
It's been good so far. Like, I've got a renewed sense of vigor. Which will probably last about 50 things choking me off. In fact, pull it
I've
back.
got the notes on there.
What?
Sorry, I've got the show notes. This is an
There are
absolute
show notes.
smash.
Yeah, you told me to make some, but I was like previous. I had prior commitments. Saw Johnny Evans yesterday. I was telling George, footballer. He was at Man United in his youth, and then I think people realised he maybe wasn't quite. I don't want to say not Man United standard because I like Johnny Evans. I think he's a solid player, but he went out to a couple of clubs, and then I think Man United got a bunch of injuries. Am I right, George? And they kind of like got him back.
Free.
Nostalgia. Come back, Johnny. Play for us for not play for free. They didn't have to buy him. They got him back on what used to be called a Bosman, a free transfer. But yeah, I saw him walking around in a rather large. What do you call him, George?
Puffer trench coat.
Yeah, like it looked like a sleeping bag basically, but with sleeves.
Oh, like what football managers wear, walking down a touchline.
He's walking. Yeah, he was walking through Hale, which I've never been there before, but it's a bit snobby. But yes, I saw him walking the streets. I don't know why I said that.
I know, yeah.
Well, it's just like if you'd seen, I don't know, like some.
Machine Gun Kelly.
No, well, yeah, or like some MMA guy nobody knows. You'd been like, oh, I saw this guy, and I'd be like, oh, sweet, I don't care. Yeah, yes.
What were you doing?
Did you see that video of Sean Strickland interacting with Machine Gun Kelly?
Oh, yeah.
And it kicks off.
Yeah. Have you seen the video?
I don't know who Sean Strickland is.
He's the
UFC guy.
He's a UFC fighter who's quite.
Not the I know that O'Malley guy with the weird hair. Not him.
No.
Obviously, not him.
It's
It's a
bald.
different name.
He's like got a shaved head. He looks
Yeah.
a bit like a super right wing member. Can I say that?
It might not be though.
Yes.
It might not be.
It
No, I
looks-
think he was when he was younger. When he was younger,
Yeah.
he was actually like a far right.
He's a-
We're on
We
like
are
that.
tanking this
You can
ourselves.
say the word.
Like
we could be.
YouTube just will not like it.
Look, man. YouTube ain't like that sophisticated that it's like analyzing audio to pick up the word.
It is.
Keep saying it. He definitely is doing that.
And look, you could have a
automated.
I could be talking about how bad are, right? And that would be perfectly fine, right? Because
George just goes
like
edit
all right, well, whatever.
But it was.
He's a bald guy. Let's be like totally like PG
get back
about
on
it.
track
he's,
here.
He's a bald guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a shapeless, formless bald man with absolutely no political allegiance, yeah. And he was interacting with Machine Gun Kelly, saying what, like I'll beat you up, and Machine Gun Kelly was like, yeah, whatever, man, like I'm tough.
They
No,
had a
you're
bit
not.
of a
'Cause you don't
scuffle
know
or
how to
something,
fight.
didn't they?
No, they didn't have a
Scuffle.
scuffle. He basically said like you're the pits of society. And they did
Who
interview
said that
afterwards.
to?
He said that to Machine Gun Kelly. He's
Yeah.
like, dress like a
Oh,
man.
is-
You look like a goth. He's like, you're like an emo kid at school who used to get bullied.
No, right. Well, I mean,
Something like that.
yeah.
Along those
I
lines.
was when the anti-Machine Gun Kelly stuff I can get behind, but like not really mocking dressing like an emo. I was listening to I don't really listen to playlists on Spotify, right? But I found the other day called Emo Forever, which was like a thoroughly enjoyable experience. Felt like I was 25 again.
That's pretty much my playlist all time, isn't it, Josh?
Yours is like yours is more like pop punk stuff. But then like you got like some of the kind of mild pop punk, like you Good Charlotte, you Blink-182, and then it'll like it goes awry and ends up at Machine Gun Kelly and like Busted and like all those like fake bands.
Busted
that aren't really
what?
bands.
Commercial stuff.
Yeah, well, no, this was hyper commercial. They're not even really bands. They're just like
They were put together.
yeah,
Industry plants.
yeah, like that.
I went to the dentist yesterday.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the downfall of the UK. And I'll only take you to get into your dentist. Not like to
get
through
in.
the doors, but like to get an appointment.
Just shove my blue tick. No, I'm joking. I go back because I've got exceptional oral health and hygiene.
How many fill-ins have you got in your mouth?
0.
Have you really?
Although I do have to have one at the back right because I grind my teeth in my sleep from all the flipping stress of having to tolerate YouTube. No, I do have to have one. That's the first one ever. So I don't have any
How many
fill-ins.
fill-ins have you got?
None.
Ah,
But I mean, to be
Well
fair,
done,
George
boys.
is 25.
I've got good teeth.
yeah.
Yeah, but like I go back on. I'm like the record holder for the longest. I told you this before. Like the longest time between appointments, between checkup and cleans.
Well, like a year.
Mine's like 18. Oh, it was 20 months the last time.
Right.
Because she's that confident. She's Polish. She's really nice. I know if you're out there, because my mum goes there as well. So my mum like occasionally talks, so she knows kind of what I do, which of course she has to as a dentist say like stop.
Yeah.
But she's always like quite funny. She asked me if I smoked a pipe one time.
Why? Because of the way you grind your teeth?
No, because like you remember me telling you that my front 2 teeth are veneers, which I've had for like ages.
Yeah.
But I had a crack, like 2 cracks in my teeth. I don't know how I got them. Probably like fell over drunk or something one time. I can't remember. But I just thought like she mentioned them to me, and I didn't really think about it before then. But she was like, "Do you want to get some veneers? They're like this much." I was like, "Why not? Like they're gonna be straight, whatever." Anyway, like before that, she was like, "Adam, I need to ask you a question. Do you smoke a pipe?" And I was like, "I smoke a pipe." She was like, "Yes, you know a pipe. Do you smoke a pipe?" And I was like, "Do you know like any?" This is what would have been 25. I'm like, "Do you know any 25-year-olds that smoke pipes?" She's like, "No, but it's strange that it looked like you smoke a pipe." I was like, "What, smell like I do, or what you getting at?" She's like, "No, you have crack in your teeth." I was like, "I was probably punched in the face." Like
you
I fell
smoke
over.
crack.
I'm like, I thought you smoke a pipe. I'm like, "No, I don't smoke a pipe." Although, I mean, if I did smoke, it probably would be a pipe. But yeah, she's really nice.
That's nice. Well, anyway, back to my story. I think I had about 18 months between appointments. So I thought last year, I'm like, I better get one booked in.
Yeah.
So I ring up, I'm like, "Oh, hello, Miss Lady, can I have an appointment, please?" She went, she were awful. She were like a proper, like,
Careful.
witch behind the counter. And she were like, "Yeah, you can." She were like, "Anytime good for you?" I went, "Self-employed. Anytime is good for me." So this was in late October. She went,
Yeah.
"How's February the 26th? And I laughed out phone. I said, "What?" She went, "Yeah, that's the
not
next available appointment." I went, "So why did you ask me if is any time available?"
Because then, I suppose you would say,
Yeah, but like any time's like, can you come in on Friday or can you come in on Monday? Like not
it's more like a
in
9.
6 months' time.
yeah, I suppose like you wouldn't necessarily know. But I mean, I think it's more like do you have a 9 to 5
Right,
other times
okay.
that you would normally work? But yeah, I mean, is that an
No,
NHS
so
dentist or is it private one? Because even mine's a private dentist, and if I wanted to, unless it was an emergency, like my teeth are falling out or something, like I'm not getting in for like half a year.
I don't know what mine is. I guess it's not an NHS. Can it be an NHS and a private one? Mm-hmm. Okay, right. So it's like a booper on the door.
So
I
it's
think.
private. It's
Right, it's an
partially
NHS
private.
one. Yeah. It's in Heckmondwike, for God's sake, which is like a proper little.
Well, because like
That's a worse market town than Morley. And my dentist is a different dentist every time I go because
Yeah.
they clearly don't want to be staying in Heckmondwike for too long.
Would you want to do that as a job? Though? Imagine like staring at people's mouths all day long. Like most of the people I meet have stinky breath, and like most people have terrible teeth in England as well. Like at the risk of being like a bit of a
That's
like
like
stereotype.
stereotype, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is kind of true,
Yeah.
right? And you're gonna get people whinging and whining, and like when I go in,
All I'm doing is whinging and whining.
she always says to me, she's like, "Adam, you've been a real trooper today," and I'm like, "What?" I sigh with my
You get lollipops.
The lollipop.
I never get the lollipop, but like I'm always like, well, I'm not like a hard case. If anyone's going to complain, it's probably going to be me. But I just
Yeah.
think like, right, it's not very nice, but I'm not like in actual agony or anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just sit there and I'm like, all right, I've got to tolerate this once every 2 years.
Well, I guess that I got there yesterday and I thought, right, I've waited 6 months for this. Game on. Maybe a little quick look, 1, 2, 3, 4, B6 to whatever. Like, they go through all the numbers and letters and goes, yeah. all right.
Buccal abrasion back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know the phrases.
And I thought, a little clean, pull a bit of plaque off like they do, we're away. So I get in, and new fella, never seen him before.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey mate, you're right. Yeah, you're right." Cracked a joke about, like, "You've been for a while." I went, "Yeah, well, I did ring up 6 months ago to get this appointment." We all laughed together. You know, I sat down, 30 seconds looking in my mouth. He's like, "Yeah, all looking good. Could do with a little clean, and you have got a small. You need a fill in, basically. You've got a small little whatever it is. You need a little fill in, but you know your teeth are in good health. You ain't got any other fill ins. Like, this is it. First, go for it." I'm like, "All right, cool. Well, we're going to crack on then." And he's like, "Nah, you need to rebook in." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
So he didn't even clean it.
That's like that's the equivalent of you getting them saying like you need a liver transplant. And I'm just being like, yeah, get
you
the
joking,
thing. Nah, they didn't clean it.
He literally just went, "Yeah, so you need to book in the clean and the."
See,
I'm like, "So it cost me 30 quid for?" It looked in my mouth for 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, the key is normally like, well, in my experience, I've been at the same dentist for almost ever. You get your checkup and clean together because you're always going to need a clean. Like, I mean,
Exactly.
unless you're never eating anything, basically.
Yeah.
So you
Didn't get that.
You didn't get the checkup and clean together.
No, I just got the checkup.
I feel that's your fault, though. I mean, did you not say, "Give me a checkup and clean"?
I'm 31-year-old, man. Every other time it's been checkup and clean.
Oh, right. And they did. Well.
So it would just literally just check up. I was like, and now I've got a booking in March 2028 for a fill-in.
The problem there is that that's the woman's fault, I reckon. The one that you said was not very nice on the phone when you called.
Yeah.
Because she's got to be looking at that problem solving, right? This guy probably needs a checkup and clean, not just a checkup. So it's probably her fault. So let's blame her, whoever that is. If you're listening,
She would definitely call Karen.
if you're listening, yeah, that was miles off.
While we're on the
Yeah, so if you're listening, is hand gestures all right?
I'm sure that's
Go on,
fine.
pixelate it. Yeah, what?
you got a formal complaint this week, didn't you? Just to cheer you up.
Yeah, that made me laugh though. I love negative stuff. It makes me. The funniest stuff I get is when people are whinging and whining about something, especially when they're sending me an email at 3 a.m. about something which is completely nonsensical. Am I reading it out? Oh man, it's disappeared from my story now.
Want me to read it out? I've got it in front of me.
You've got it. George, he's definitely going for that pay rise.
He's got it. He negotiated it last night.
I'm not surprised because when it gets to April next year, if he didn't get it, he'd be below minimum wage, meaning you're breaking the law. Anyway, go on, George. He's regaling me, but don't you worry. Yo, go and read it, George.
Yeah.
Let me relive it.
Do you want me to say who it's from?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't give
That's fine. You're all right with that.
One.
AJ Ambort, he's called, but beard. We are very big fans, however.
Wait a second, because it was titled, just to set the scene, "Formal Complaint" in capital letters, am I right?
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
We are very big fans, however, we have noticed something slightly annoying in your videos that we felt you may not be aware of. We feel like you are doing your music editing backwards between when you're showing outside the car and then inside the car. As it stands, the background music is loud and clear when showing shots outside the car, but as soon as it cuts to your point of view inside the car, it's quiet and muffled. As I'm sure you're aware, this is backwards of how it would actually be. If I was standing outside a vehicle which is playing music, it would be muffled and quiet. If I then got into the car, the music would be slightly louder and crisp. I hope you take this into consideration in the future, as it is infuriating every time we try to watch your videos. Happy eating.
Like, you can't begin to, like, just take that part, can you? First of all, it's an email at 3 a.m. Second of all, you've been infuriated by something which is so minor. Third of all, that it is so backwards and, like, ill-considered that this person cannot have been to school, right? I do not believe they had a formal education. Right? It's miraculous to me that they can even, like, construct sentences, which, by the way, the grammar's, like, heinous. It's like the grammar of a 3-year-old. But, like, why would I have, like, a muffled soundtrack? By the way, the music is it's selected and put into the edit. Yeah, it's not just playing. It's not,
in the sky with the drone.
It's live.
It's like the Truman Show. Nobody's like, press a button, like play some funk. Like what is actually happening is I'm selecting a track, right? So we get a nice drone shot. Boom, yeah, like everything's nice and loud and crisp. The reason the EQ high shelf effect is applied is that when you then go into the car, you can hear what the flip I'm saying, right? Because if I do it like muffled and then we go into the car, which naturally, yes, that is how it would occur in real life, but the music is implied as like a filmmaking device. I'm not trying to recreate what would happen in real life. You know what I mean? The reason that happens is that you can then hear what I'm saying. If it went the other way, you'd hear like a muffled sound with a drone shot. People are like, what's going on here? And then it'd go into the car, I'd be really loud, and I'd be like, hi! Just so you can hear me over the music, this is what we're doing today. So yeah, sod off, stop watching, couldn't care less, go away.
Wow, what a rant that was, Mr. Adam Morantz.
It's been a while since we heard that. You got a jingle? Like a bit of sting,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like some kind of, I don't.
It makes people jump on Spotify because
The first time I was listening to one of them, just proof listening, so I'd not said something bad. And it just came out of nowhere. I was like, ugh! Because all the people screaming in the background, like, ah!
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Do you have problems sleeping at night? Is your mattress uncomfortable? Do you have to watch boring YouTube videos to help you fall asleep? Then you need an Emma mattress. Emma offers up to a 200-night free trial so you can test it from the comfort of your own home. It's free delivery with hassle-free returns. And they have so much trust in their mattress that they offer a 10-year guarantee. Emma Sleep currently has its Easter sale going on, so you can get up to 40% off on their website, plus another 5% off using discount code BREAKINGBEARD. Valid in the UK, Ireland, and US. Don't miss out on this opportunity for a limited time only. Click the link in the description box below and upgrade your sleep today. Thanks, Emma Mattress, for sponsoring this podcast. On the next topic of this week's minutes is Josh buying a house. I am also in the process of now trying to move a house, which...
Minutes are what you record as you go along.
Oh, there, yeah. What would you
sorry,
call
mate.
this? Like itinerary? Like talking points?
Just bullet points.
Meeting points?
You just look at your thing like you actually have, but it's just things that pop up in your head.
Yeah.
So he's moving house. Yeah. Moving house to somewhere nice, but we won't say where it is. But it's going to almost cripple you, isn't it, financially?
I am continuously going to live the meme of Joe Exotic when he says, I'm never going to financially recover from this. Because... obviously, you've not had to move house, really, have you? You've moved into a furnished house.
Yeah.
But I'm having to move a house to another house with a family. So I'm like already stressed about this whole process.
I'm sure Danielle will assist. She'll be doing most of the moving. But you might be doing some of the... You probably won't be doing the heavy lifting. Maybe I'll get a call for that. But
Could you imagine? Imagine if I even attempted to call Adam. Adam, do you mind coming and lifting some sofas out, please? Would you turn up?
like, can't mate,
I'm not going to lie. I ain't turning up
like,
for
can't
that.
mate, I'm planning to pull my toenails out today. I can't do that.
I'm taking me goldfish for a walk.
Unless it's something really heavy that I know you'd send me a picture of something you need to move, like say this table. I'm like, he's definitely not lifting that by himself. I'm gonna have to it's maybe it's a one man job for me.
Adam got to live the negotiations whilst I was in Germany last with him, and it didn't go well.
It was very funny.
I tried to describe to George yesterday that what it feels like is that I've just bent over in front of everybody that's been part of this negotiation and contract process, and every single one of them has just give it to me because I have not won any aspect of
Porridge style.
Yeah.
Like, I probably said it more graphically yesterday because I was with heightened emotions. What an awful process! Like, what it is.
The funny thing was like you were kind of like you had your heels dug in at the start. Like I'm not moving. I'm not flipping leaving.
I'll stay where I am.
But the problem is though with the house that you really want to move to is that there's some emotional connection to it. It's really just bricks and mortar. But I know what it's like because obviously you want the house and they know that you want the house, so it's hard. Like whereas with me, I'm so stubborn that like I would just never pay more than I think it's worth.
I feel like I want to publicly shame the estate agent, but probably
sure?
won't do that right now.
Do that, I think falls through and everything.
Yeah,
because it's like still part of a chain and everything, right? Well,
yeah.
not the top end, but
No,
like you have to sell your house.
Yeah. But so miraculously, it's funny how these things work out. As I was negotiating to try and buy my house, another buyer just appeared on that day, didn't they? They were ready to make an offer. So I'm like, I actually swore. Adam was sat next to me, and I swore at the estate agent.
Is that as mad as you get? Or is there any is there a higher level? Because
beyond that, I would, because I was in a different country, so I couldn't do anything. Like I would have gone to the estate agent, grabbed him by his head.
Boy.
Oh shit!
You've only got like 3, but geez, man. Calm down.
I think that I'd have been like,
that's illegal though. I think that you go. The next step for you was violence.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because there's a big space for you then between like angry and violence. Like if that were me, there were like at least 3 tiers of anger to go through.
I've seen how like impatient you can get with people on the phone. You know when they're just like they're going around the houses and you're like, you're having me here. I'm not having it.
I didn't realise I was like that. But then now in this process, so one of my friends who I did the High Rocks with, he's a mortgage advisor. So I'm like, this process is annoying me because I still don't know what the mortgage really is, because it's like we're still in that. Everybody's like filling out pieces of paper. So he said to me, he's like, you just like to get stuff done sort of straight away, don't you? And I'm like, yeah. Like, let's just all agree something and do it, you know?
Yeah.
Yesterday, they said they had to send some forms to my accountant because as I'm not in a real job, I've got my own business. They're like, oh, we need to see 5 years worth of accounts, your inside trouser like measurement, all this shit.
Bra size.
And they said, oh, you need to get a reference from your accountant.
Same. I had that for the rental, so.
So after a week, no reference has turned up at my accountant's office. So sure enough, I'm emailing them, put them all into one email and went, what's going on? Why has it not been done? So
You
then,
got sassy as well.
yeah,
Sassy head shake.
So the assistant of my mortgage advisor said, oh, I can just email them over if you want. So I then messaged my mate and I'm going, why would you have not just emailed it in the first place?
Yeah.
Because it arrived in the post miraculously as well yesterday. And I'm going, so we could have saved a week by just emailing it. Like, what is this archaic process that we're going through?
Told you. Well, you
I
wouldn't
watched
believe
you
it.
rant for weeks about like,
The thing is, the difference is that I had that cut-off point where I said to this person, listen to me, yeah? Are you listening to what I am saying? If you do not have for me a bank account to send this money to, and the day I am moving in, this house is not going to be purchased, and you can go tell the vendors who've had it like sold subject to contract for 3 months that it's your fault.
yeah,
She's
you
like,
actually
it's
bailed.
not that easy. I was like, it is that easy. Give me those details by 5 p.m. tomorrow, otherwise I do not buy that. And I think she thought I was bluffing. And then I sent, which I thought, I might get it framed actually. I thought it was hilarious, the email that I sent back. Who just said, you know, congratulations, back on the market it is. I wish the vendors great luck in the second time of asking. And maybe if they use you again, I'll have it sold by 2029. We'll see. Don't ever contact me again. You're blocked. Try charging me. I'll invoice you for all the time you've wasted. You. I didn't say fuck you.
You've got some work to do this week.
God's sake.
I didn't say. I'm very professional. I would never swear in an email. But I did. It was.
What other
it's a good
example?
email.
I hope this email finds you before I do.
Yeah.
No, it was a lady who would never threaten violence against a woman or a man, in fact. But
I would. When have you ever seen me get so impatient?
Just when random people like ring you up and it's like a random number.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
clearly like trying to sell you something. You'll just have them on. You'll just
Oh,
keep,
we did it on podcast.
You'll keep
that
them
time.
on
Did that
until they
stay
give
in
up.
that?
I think so. It was really
Yeah,
old.
yeah.
That was a house one, wasn't it? It was like, oh, are you the
Owner of the property?
And I'm like, which property are we talking about here, mate?
That's why I have my phone on Do Not Disturb all the time. Like if I get those. Speaking of like ignoring people with panache, I was at the Trafford Centre the other day and somebody was selling those stupid Theragons.
Oh, the massage guns.
Yeah.
Are they not good though?
No, and the guy this was his sales pitch. You right? So picture you're me walking by, right?
Wait, I'm getting into character.
I was in a very good mood. And he just goes like this. He goes like this.
Like a
So I
drug
said to
deal.
him, I'm like, I stopped. I said,
That's how you greet people.
You click at me.
I'm sorry. Am I a domesticated animal? Am I a dog? Am I a cat? He's like, what you mean, mate? I was like, what was that? Beckoning me off. I said, what do you think I work for you or something? I was like, you want to try it again? What's the sales pitch? He's like, listen, I got these guns here. We'll give you free. I was like, those things, by the way, are complete bullshit. Yeah. So no, I won't be having a free massage. I don't want you smashing me to death with your Theragun. But try again next time. And then walked on, and I thought like. There's like 7 of them at this Theragun shop in the middle of the Trafford Centre.
I believe that all of the shops, if you go to like White Rose, Trafford Centre, all the shops that are in the middle of not real shops, but the ones in the middle are all drugs fronts.
You reckon? Like
Yeah,
the Sky one as
they're
well.
all rackets.
The Sky
And
one.
Sky, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's about 4 people work at Sky. Do you want to buy this Sky Glass TV?
Well, this is a really negative podcast. Well, there's no positivity here.
It's because like all these social media platforms have beat us down. But I don't believe that they can sell enough things to be there.
Yeah.
And I've said it before, at service stations, why is there so many phone cases for sale?
Yeah,
Or like no one needs to buy a phone. You're not driving down M1 going, you know what I need? A phone case.
Not a case, no. I've bought a charger from one of those places before, though, when I left my
Yeah,
charger.
but it's mostly cases, isn't it?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
It's a front. How long are we going for, George? Do you know?
Too long.
I don't know now, about half an hour, I think.
Feels like longer.
Can we discuss how we're actually going to get back into Germany? Because that's next week's problem. That's Monday's problem.
Is this going to go up before we leave so we can get people's
don't know.
advice? Probably not, I'm assuming.
Wait, no, because Tom Aspinall's going up next. No, Tom Aspinall went up last week.
Yeah. No, did it?
Well, it's going up on...
This is going to go up after Tom.
man.
This is going up whilst we're
The
in
chronology
Germany.
of this, it's like Endgame or something, you know, the Avengers movie. Like, everything's like...
We shouldn't really be recording today. That's the problem.
Well, it was your... Like, look, man, I could have happily not recorded today.
It was your idea.
It was not my idea. I just said this was the only... Well, it's not really the only day I've free.
Right,
That's
how
a
are we going to
total
get
lie.
how are we going to get in for Turkish Blitz?
Oh,
Germany.
You'll be happy to hear, boys. The podcast is the one you just posted that YouTube kind of shadow blocked or whatever they
see
call
it
it.
now.
You can now see it. This is my sad face. I love how you called it end of an era. You clickbaity mother flipper.
We didn't. Hey,
Josh's idea, not
that's
mine.
a direct
Blame him.
quote of old Mrs. Beard, R.I.p.
We should
She's
have
not
put,
dead
should have put
before
a
anyone
hashtag before it.
She's not dead before anyone says it. Oh, God, you're like the bane of my existence, you know.
How are we getting into Germany?
Yeah, so the problem is going to be that we left Germany and then 2 weeks later we are returning. Three people of the same name in the same party. So I think some alarm's going to be going off and we're going to get tackled or something. So at least keep your camera away. Yeah, don't be like getting your camera out. And I think we probably say we were in Germany a few weeks ago and we got invited to a party. And we thought, since we are all self-employed, we thought, you know what? Let's come back. That's going to fly.
Oh yeah, I think we're going to have to say the part. So Michael from UMass is throwing a party.
Hey,
It's a Friday.
gents, some free shots for your Friday. It's Tuesday, Michael. It's 2:00.
That's got to be the only.
You reckon?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, like, I suppose the worst case scenario is if we get boated out, it's an hour flight. So, like, since we've not travelled 10 hours.
I wouldn't want to get back on a plane.
Not true, but I mean, like, it wouldn't be the end of the world, would it?
I think we need better.
End up
George, how
dying.
do you think we're going to get in, mate? Like, what story would you go with?
We are businessmen here on business.
With that funny voice as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to get collared again, aren't I?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, we just wing it. I reckon we just say lads holiday again. But you waited 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was so good. We're coming back straight away.
Yeah. To see the sights of Frankfurt.
We're actually,
Germany.
we're joking here, but we actually do need to like nail something down because it's odd to leave a country then come back 2 weeks later. I'm just saying you can't really, if it's Scotland, all right, but like if you actually fly in somewhere.
Just say we're going to watch some MMA. Is Octagon this weekend? I think that's in Germany, isn't it?
I don't know, mate. I'm out of the loop now.
That could be good. We'll find out later, but that's a good one.
could be that.
Because I think Philip, the interpreter?
Yeah,
Phil.
Phil.
Yeah. I think he said he could get us tickets, right? So, like...
Are you going to go?
No, I just mean... God, no. I just mean that, like, if he could send us some tickets or, like, you know...
Oh, no, the next one's in Ostrava,
Yeah, where's that?
Czech Republic.
So we're driving over there. We like Frankfurt Airport. We just couldn't...
Yeah, we're going to drive.
I don't know. Maybe we'll just discuss this off podcast. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, there is one in Stuttgart. It's sort of mid-March. It's not
Stuttgart.
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 Sorry, yeah.
Stuttgart.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, we get
Mid-March. That would have worked if we went back to Germany when I wanted to go back.
incorrect, sir. That is when that's when I said we'd go, and then you went, boys, I need to get back there sooner.
No,
Got business to attend to.
No.
Yeah?
What actually happened is I said let's go back at the end of March, and neither you nor Josh Blewett could do it, or you could do it and Josh Blewett couldn't do it, if you recall.
Still twisted it.
Blewett couldn't do it.
Blewett couldn't do it. You know what he can do? Eat porridge off his missus's back.
Yeah. You realise if people come into these podcasts, there's so many in jokes that like nobody.
That joke's in Patreon. Like you can watch it, learn about Josh Blewett's magical skill.
Right. Should we play the big... What, I don't even know if we can call it this anymore.
No, you can't. Breaking
The big.
Unless I go, the big fact hunt.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I have to split it up.
That was a ripper, mate.
Aye.
Still got that.
Ugh, it's probably got like dried spit on from last week. I don't have like cholera. It's all right.
Okay. So we've got some movie-related questions.
Oh, come on, I got
this one.
I got to get this one right.
So, Adam, do you want to go first?
Yes.
Okay. For what movie did Tom Hanks score his first Academy Award nomination?
Ooh, nomination. Big.
Nomination.
Is that final answer?
Yes.
It was, in fact, Big.
Never seen that.
No. It's about a child that becomes big.
My little brother, when he was younger, he like memorised the little rap that he does with his mate. I can't remember how it goes though.
Yeah.
But he used to do all that when he was only young. Anyway, Josh.
Cool story, mate.
Yeah. Cut that bit out, Josh.
Okay, Josh. In The Matrix, does Neo take the blue pill or the red pill?
I feel like I haven't seen this film, you know. Have you seen The Matrix?
You haven't seen The Matrix?
Seen some blue pills lately. Let me tell you. That's a joke about my own erectile dysfunction. Yes, I've seen The Matrix. I was never. I love the technical, the action series, the bullet time stuff. But I'm not really. I saw the first one. I didn't see any of the sequels.
I think I know it because I think it's a lyric of a Machine Gun Kelly song.
God.
That's how you know it.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
He takes the red pill.
Final answer?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the red pill.
Oh, and you've got the little blue pills.
Yeah.
I've never taken the little blue pill, you know.
For the record, I've never taken a little blue pill.
Why are you lying on the podcast?
Well, then for.
We spoke about it last week. On last week's podcast, I said, what would happen if you accidentally ate a full one? And you went, your heart rate would increase.
Yeah, because I know about Ali work, you
Flipping.
flipping tosser. Can I say tosser?
Probably.
We'll find out.
That's
This
a really
is not
good-
getting past the
It is.
watershed.
It definitely
This is a
Nah,
pit.
it's going to get past
Like,
that.
this is a Patreon-only podcast
10
watch.
quid bet? Tenner says.
So remember the picture I put on Instagram when we were in Germany, and you can see we're absolutely rotten drunk, and we're shaking hands and smiling.
Yeah.
That was a £10,000 bet. I can't tell you what the bet was.
BS, because I can't remember it, so you can't say it's 10 grand.
It was a 10 grand bet that he called, which
Hey, wait a second, I don't know if you can say this.
we can't tell you what we bet on, and no one's cashed in the bet because one I can't afford, and Adam was too intoxicated to really agree to the bet. But
Moving swiftly on.
that's a funny little anecdote.
Yeah.
Pie. There's a big pie.
Yeah, you sent something you wanted to do a joint sharing pie challenge.
What, man? That's how you start the next topic. Pie.
I've come
There's
a long
big
way
pie.
in my podcasting and interviewing ability.
You know what, man? Like, if anyone's ever seen, very few people, if any, would have seen Josh presenting the Octagon thing. You would actually, you're a far better TV presenter than lots that I see. Like, if I'm watching Dion Dublin presenting Homes Under the Hammer, which of course I never would, unless I'm feeling really depressed and at home alone, like just watching TV and just not really asked to move. I'm thinking like Josh presents better than this guy.
He just doesn't have to try on here.
Yeah, I think that's it. But anyway,
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, there is a bit. What are we talking about it? Like we've not really agreed to do it yet. But there's a pie. There's a place that sells a giant pie in Manchester.
Looks nice, that, to be fair. I'll put it on screen.
Yeah. It's supposed to serve like 6 people, 8 people, something.
So the pie is ideal to share between 2 to 4 people, but if one person finishes the whole thing on their own, they'll get their beers paid for the night.
So that's the reason that
I thought you were going to have to do it together.
No. The reason I thought it'd be a cool video, like to do with the crew as well, would be like we do the challenge, and then provided I win, I'm not in a very good nick right now. But if I did win, then we film the whole like getting wasted afterwards.
That would be very funny.
Yeah.
We should definitely do that.
Yeah, we should. It's in Manchester. Not very familiar with Manchester.
So who was your team then? Obviously, you're going to take me and Blue it, but who's the third man? You going to take George? Or are you going to get Tory Mike in?
I'm not sure George is really. I feel like George is a bit like, when you go out with your dad when you're younger, and you kind of like, you don't really want you want your dad there because he's going to pay for the drinks and stuff, right? But at the same time, you're like, my dad's cramping my style a little bit. I feel like that's us or certainly
I thought you were going to say that's George.
I thought that's where you were going.
No, that's like us to George. Like I feel like he's slightly embarrassed to be in our company.
No.
Unless he's trying to pick up a girl who watches my videos, in which case he very much likes it. I don't know. We can't take Mike because he overexposes footage. Can't take Tom.
Mike's joined the Patreon.
I know he said look for Mike Haffenden last week. Yeah. We can't take Tom Blewett because he just twiddles his dick for 3 hours. I don't know. Maybe we take. We can't take Jenna because she'll get too drunk.
Jenna's a shout, actually.
We'll take Tom Aspinall. No. We'll take, if George is up for it,
We'll take your that guy in that band that you were telling me about.
Oh, Matt Heafy.
Yeah, take him.
Is that a talking point this week?
Is he that fella that you bought his jacket off him?
Yeah, well, I didn't buy, like in between when he buys the tramp shoes. Yeah. No, I didn't buy his jacket. He has a company which sells it. You know, like really garish ones.
Yeah,
reversible.
I remember,
yeah. So I was wearing it in the less garish orientation.
Yeah.
On I guess a video that went up on Sunday, and somehow he's Matt Heafy, by the way, if you don't know, was a lead singer of a guitarist in a band called Trivium, which I don't know, George didn't know him, but they were like a metal band, like peak popularity, probably late 2000s, early 2010s, and he somehow seen this video of me wearing the jacket and eating loads of food, and he had commented on there saying, "Yo, thanks for wearing my jacket, bro. Free tickets for a show if you ever want to come. Let's eat." I thought, that's nice, you know, like small world, isn't it? Because like I remember, I was never a massive Trivium fan, but I do like a lot of the songs.
That's quite nice.
Like to Flies is a cool one. I think they're doing a tour with Bullet for My Valentine, who again, I like maybe 3 of the songs, but I do love the mead that they make, which I realize sounds a bit weird because they're a band.
Yep.
But there's a band called Bullet for My Valentine, a British metal band, but they for some reason started making mead, and I love it, man. So I must have bought like 20 litres of it in the last year.
You bought me one for the last 2 birthdays.
Which is you like it. And
yeah,
it's
that's good.
A bit different. I was drinking some this weekend, actually. I finished half a bottle. Which
it's very easy to drink, yeah.
It's indicative of the current state of my life. But yeah, it was very nice. I accidentally took it with me somewhere because I'd put it in the boot of my car. And I thought, like, normally you're supposed to drink it room temp, but it tasted even nicer chilled because it was freezing cold outside.
I have a pretty fridge, yeah.
Yeah.
Your life's wild, isn't it? You've got Bullet for My Valentine mead in the boot. You've got Blue Pills in centre console with a Tesla. What a life, mate, you know? Oh, I just swore. Sorry, George. You're going to have to watch this. It's fine-tooth comb on this one, mate.
You should be watching it anyway,
I told him before this, he went, "Oh, we'll just not swear." I went, "Yeah, but that's not going to happen, Josh." But we will just not swear.
I've only sworn twice. It's indicative you can't force it though, because you can only not swear if you're in a professional environment where you're told not to.
Like if you're on Channel 4.
If you're with 2 people that you spent frankly too much time with, then you're gonna end up swearing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Should we go on to Patreon?
Let's head over.
Well, if you've managed to get this far,
well done,
legends. No doubt this whole entire podcast has been demonetized, so if it's on YouTube, enjoy it.
I don't think it will be. This is by far not the it's not the worst podcast that we've done.
Fart then, weren't you?
No, I was just nearly slipped off the seat. I'm sorry. I slept for 2 hours 40 minutes last night.
I know, but I think YouTube's just been so particular at the minute. It's just a nightmare to try and get anything monetized.
Yeah.
That sums up this channel.
It's broken. My 12p party blower thing is broken.
Peace.